Okay, so I am really excited to bring this message tonight, because tonight I feel like I get to preach, okay? Now sometimes, I share things, right? Sometimes we're learning things, sometimes we have experiences, but tonight I feel like God is saying, preach it, all right? And the difference to me, anyways, is when he's telling me to preach it, he wants me to give this word because there's authority in it, right? We can preach God's word with authority. And that is what I'm going to do tonight as we preach. So, the title of the message is Spoils of War. So, if we're going to talk about spoils of war, we have got to come to an agreement first of all. We have to come to an agreement that as Christians, we are at war. Okay? So Ephesians 6:12 says it like this, describes our war like this. It says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." 1 Peter 5:8 describes our enemy as one who prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom it may devour. So first we have to come into this agreement that we are in a war. Okay? And it says that this war is fought in the heavenly realms. And the best way for me to describe this to you, I want Max to come here. Okay, so we are fighting a spiritual war, okay? So we are in a spiritual war, I should say. And what happens is, it says in the heavenly realms, right? But we do know it affects us here, doesn't it? So it's happening in the heavenly realms, which means that's why God doesn't want us to really carry around literal swords, right? I know we're making some fabulous armor back there. But God doesn't want us to carry around literal swords, right, and fight people next to us, right? Because the battle is actually going on up here, but it does have an effect here as well. So, if this is our world, and if something happens up here, right? You're watching this. So if I squeeze this bottle up here, this is red food coloring, in case you're wondering. So, the battle's happening up here, right? The squeezing's happening up here, but there is something happening down here, isn't there? Right? It doesn't matter. We can stir it up all we want, right? It's still there, right? So the battle is happening up here, but there is an effect here in our physical world. And that's what I want to make sure that we understand. Thank you, Max. Did Max do a great job? I am quite aware of the perils of red food coloring, by the way. Trying to be very careful here. So, first of all, we must agree that we are in a war, that it's not fought here in the flesh, that it's fought in the spiritual world, and that we do have an enemy, right? He's identified as Satan or Lucifer in the Bible, and that he has powers and he has helpers and forces on his side. That's what we read there, right? But God also has powers on his side, right? And we know according to 1 Corinthians 15:57 that God has already given us the victory through Christ Jesus. Praise the Lord. So, we have this battle. So if you want to think about it this way, this war, it began in Genesis, okay? It began when Satan or Lucifer attacked for the first time, and he planted a seed of doubt in Eve's mind, right? He decided right back then, Satan decided he was going to steal this beautiful life that God wanted us to have, that he had planned for all of humanity. It started there in Genesis. But you know what? It was finished in Revelations. Now I want to say, was finished. I said that correctly. Because we have to remember that God is outside of time. Right? So we are constrained by time. You know what? There are only how many hours in the day? Right. That is not how it works with God. in Genesis, we can claim that it was finished in Revelations. And that we know, according to how it was finished, who wins, right?
Yes. Amen.
Sorry, my papers do not want to turn for me. All right, so we know that we are sitting right here in the middle of a war that has been started and has already been finished. Hang on one second. Pay no attention to that baby. Okay. All right, so that's just the enemy just distracting me, just so you know. All right, so we know that we are in the middle of this battle that has already been started and has already been finished, right? Well, all we have to do is choose a side, all right? The only thing we need to do at this point is choose a side. If we want to be on the winning side or we want to be on the not winning side. Hopefully you're all have decided that you're going to be on the winning side, right? Hopefully you're all decided that Jesus is where you're going to be behind, right? So here we are sitting in the middle of an already won war. And wars are made up of series of battles. And I think these battles are sometimes they're external. I mean, sometimes things come up against us, right? I'm not just talking about traffic. But, sometimes you start to live your life and things come up against you, don't they? Sometimes that's where we see the battlefield. It's outside. But sometimes, the battlefield, it's inside, isn't it? Sometimes the battlefield is here as well, right? In here. Sometimes we battle against our own sinful nature. The Bible says that the soul man and the flesh man are at complete odds with one another. They more than dislike one another, okay? Let's put it that way. They have completely different agendas. This flesh man and the spiritual man have completely different agendas. They want completely the opposite thing for your life. And so they are at war with one another. 2 Corinthians puts it this way: we are pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. We are constantly engaged in some sort of battle, whether it's outside or it's inside, we are in a battle. And so we have the victory that Jesus Christ gave us, but we also have a duty as a soldier to resist the enemy. Imagine, if you will, whatever your battle is right now. I don't know what it is. It could be depression. Could be a physical struggle. You might have a physical ailment or an illness that you're fighting. Could be a financial struggle that you're dealing with. You could be battling for loved ones in your life that you care about. You could be battling thoughts of suicide. You could be battling trying to control your anger. You could be, catch this, battling trying to love someone. But I want you to imagine whatever this battle is that you're in right now, that it is part of a war that has already been won. Imagine that you're standing on this battleground and the enemy has already waved the white flag of surrender. Maybe you don't see it, maybe all you see is the battle that you're facing, but I want you to know, I don't know when this will happen, but you will win. There's this beautiful biblical principle that we're going to talk about tonight. So now we know we're in a war, right? We know who our enemy is. We know that we are within a war that has already been won. Praise God. Hallelujah, right? So, 1 Chronicles 26:27. And I'm going to read it right from the Bible. If you want to turn there, you can. We're in the middle of a war that's already been won. What do we do? 1 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 27. Some of the plunder taken in the battle they dedicated for the repair of the temple of the Lord. See, there's a biblical concept here that we need to understand. First of all, let me give you some background. Solomon had built the first temple of the Lord. It took 7 years to build. He spent a lot of time on it, right? And the temple was very important. It was a place where God would inhabit. His glory would be within this temple. And the biblical principle that we're talking about is that they would fight a war, and they would use the spoils of war to rebuild and repair the temple. And what's even more beautiful than that thought is that that temple was destroyed. There was another temple that was destroyed. And when Jesus was here, he said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will rebuild it. And do you know that we are the temple? 1 Corinthians 6:19 says, did you not know that your bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit? So here we are in the middle of a war that's already been won, and guess what? There are spoils of war that we get, that we are entitled to, that belong to us. This helps us really put to effect the scripture that says, all things work together for the good of those who love him or call according to his purposes, right? So if we're already in this war, and you're right now in the middle of your battle, I don't know what your fight is, I don't know what it is that you're going through, whatever it is, right now there is something that's yours. It's a spoil that God has already won for us. And it's time to pillage and plunder the enemy. Pillage means to take everything of value from a place that has been conquered. Whatever your battle is, it's been conquered already. And there are things of value that we can take. Plunder means to take by force. You see, your enemy does not want to give you what he stole from you. He wants to keep it from you. You know what happens when two places go to battle and they fight? So if one territory is taking over another territory, what happens is this territory, who's going to win, takes over the other territory, who's going to lose. The losing territory, you know what they do? They take everything they have of value and they hide it. They'll dig holes. They'll put all of their gold. They'll put all their valuables, all their treasures, all their art. They'll put them in caves. They'll do everything they have to keep the conquering people from getting it. Do you get what I'm saying here? So we have spoils of war, but let me guess. We're going to have to get them, right? They're not just going to be handed to us sometimes. Sometimes we're going to have to get into the cave. Sometimes we're going to have to dig up the dirt from the ground. And we're going to have to look for the spoils of war that God won for us and that we are entitled to. I have hidden in this church 9 spoils of war. There are 9 spoils of war that we are entitled to as Christians, and I want you to find them. Now, I will tell you, they are on a sticky note. There are 9. I want you to just look around in the pews. I can tell you that they're in the pew area. Look around, look in books, look everywhere you can, and when you find it, just find one. If you find more than one, just leave it go and let somebody else find it. Come on, look like you mean it. Yeah, no, it'll say something on it when you find it. There are some actual bookmarks in the Bibles. They're in the hymnals. Those are actual bookmarks. But it'll be a square piece of paper like this, and it'll say something on it. And when you find it, come up here. Alright, so let's play the floor. Stay up here. Jerry, you guys come up here. You gotta stay up here. You gotta tell us what you found. Okay. So somebody is gonna find a spoil of war somewhere, and when they find it, you make sure to tell them what it is. Okay? All right. So let's see what we're missing. Okay. Do you have one? Okay. Come over here. Come over here. Just get in a row for me. I like nice rows. Okay. Okay. So we've got. What do you have? Actually, we're gonna do like this. What do you have? What do you have? Joy. Joy has joy. Okay. It doesn't get any better than that, does They are fruits of the Spirit. Okay. You want to sing the song? Can you do the love, joy, peace part? Can you do that one?
Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
All right. All right, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. Sadly, we're missing faithfulness. You have faith, I'll find it. Wow, that's a good one. Alrighty. So I want you guys to think about this for a moment. We've gathered some spoils of war. Now I know there are more, but I really want to concentrate on the fruits of the Spirit. You see, somehow we've gotten this thought in our mind that when we become a Christian, all of a sudden we're going to have this fruit, right? I mean, right? I mean, if you're a Christian, then you're going to be kind, right? If you're a Christian, you are going to be good. I resisted saying joy. If you're a Christian, you are going to be joyful, right? Right? And yes, we should be. But I want you to know that these are things that Satan has stolen from us way back from the beginning of time. And these are things that we need to take back right now where we're at. We don't have to wait to Revelations to get it. We can take it back right now in the middle of our battle. You see, it's in the battlefield of hate that we find love, right? That's when we need to grab the fruit of the Spirit, right? It's in the battlefield of sorrow, and grief, and depression that we can find joy. Amen? It's in the battlefield of disagreement, distress, and worry that, guess what? We can find some peace. It's in the battlefield of anger and frustration and anxiety that we find patience. It's within evil and wickedness and immorality that we can grab a hold of goodness. It's within cruelty and harshness and enmity that we can find kindness. And it's ours. We fight fear and indifference when we find faithfulness, which we did not find, but we will find it before we leave here today. It's in the battlefield of hardness and mercilessness and rudeness that we find gentleness. It's within the battles of our selfish desires, our self-indulgences, our self-centeredness, our pride, and our vanity that we find self-control. You see, these spoils of war, the enemy has been taking from us, and it's time that we take them back. They are rightfully ours. That's why when Jesus said on the cross, "It is finished," and it hadn't been Revelations yet, right? He was declaring victory right away, and we can declare the victory as well.
Amen.
You see, we need to get in this perspective that we are sitting in the midst of a war that's already won. It doesn't matter what our battle is. This war has been won. And I don't know when it will happen, and it may feel like you're never going to get out of this place that you're in. It might feel like this battle is never going to end, but I can guarantee you, you will win. You will be the victor. And it's not just me saying it. It's the Bible saying it.
Amen.
And these fruits of the Spirit, I don't know, somehow we always think like I have to be this way for everybody else. No. The fruits of the Spirit are for you. They are for me. They are for rebuilding this temple. Amen? The fruits of the Spirit are for us. And that's that biblical concept where, God took things that were fought and won in battles and used them to rebuild and repair the temple. And whatever battle you're going through, whatever you are facing, whatever struggle you have in your life, there is something in it that is going to make you a better place for God to inhabit. This place that has been damaged by the war. Amen? Anybody feel a little damaged sometimes? I feel that way sometimes. But there are things that belong to us that we can take back. And like I told you, he's not going to hand them to you, right? That's not how it works. The enemy doesn't want you to have it, so he's going to hide it. And you might find it hard to be joyful in the midst of something like chemotherapy. You might find it hard to find peace in the midst of a loss in your life. But you can have it. You can take it. And it belongs to you. You somehow we get this idea, we think victory looks like the problem's gone. I have victory over this because you know what? I no longer have this struggle. That doesn't necessarily mean you have victory. Victory is when you start to take back. You know, I shared with you last week that I have type 1 diabetes and I have physical ailments, and yay for me, right? So I have these things that I struggle with. But you know what? I'm healed. Somewhere God said, my daughter Danielle, she's healed.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
And you know what that means? That means even though I've struggled, even though I spent a whole day, 24 hours on my back this week because I couldn't do anything, I had joy. I had peace. I tried to have patience. I had self-control, right? You know what? We can have the victory right in the middle of our struggle. We don't have to say, I'm not victorious because the struggle hasn't gone away yet. You're victorious because he was victorious.
Amen.
And so we have to get in our mind, we don't have to be embarrassed about our struggles. You hear me? We do not have to be embarrassed about our struggles. Just because it seems like you keep going around the same bandwagon over and over again doesn't mean you don't have victory. Because if you can find some joy, if you can find some peace, you've got some victory. So don't be overwhelmed by the battle in your life. Start taking the spoils back. Grab a hold of the joy. Grab a hold of love. Stand on the faithfulness of God. Get inside that peace that he has for you. And you know what? Determine to be kind, to be good, to be patient, to be gentle, and to be self-controlled. These things for you. These things for me. This temple. This temple. So, here's the bad news. Things aren't all hunky-dory when you're a Christian. Alright? That's the bad news. We're going to have struggles. We're going to have fights. We're going to have things that go wrong. We're going to have things that break down. Things are going to be difficult for us. I wish I could say that they won't. It would be so much easier to stand up here and say, you know what, you're never going to have a problem in your life now that you know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. That would be a lie. Because we will have struggles. Here's the good news. The war is already won.
Amen.
The outcome has already been determined. And you know what's even better news? You don't have to lay here like a wounded soldier. That's the better news. We can grab a hold of the spoils of war now and repair this temple now. So I have a challenge for you. First of all, find faithfulness sometime before you leave. But here's my challenge for you. You're going to have a battle this week, if you're not already in it. You might be wondering how you're going to get out of this financial bend that you're in. You might have to deal with some physical ailment. You might have an area of addiction in your life that you need to fight. So here's my challenge. Look for the spoils of war. Don't look at the battle. Look at who won it. And right in your situation, whatever it is you're going through, I promise you, there is something that is going to rebuild you. There is something that's going to repair you. There is something that's going to make you stronger, make you better. It's something that's going to make you a more glorious inhabitant of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit in your life. So that's my challenge to you. Next time you face a battle, I want you to not look at the battle. I want you to go, oh, I know there is something in here for me. Amen? That's the way we ought to look at it, right? Oh, I got to struggle. Ooh, there is something in here for me. You know what? This isn't coming easy. You know what? Ooh, there is something in here for me. And I'm going to take it. And I'm going to find it. And I'm going to look for it. And I'm going to take it. Because it's mine. Let's pray. Oh, Lord, I love you dearly. Oh, I love your word. I love that you will dwell within us. And Father, I pray for each of us this week. We know we're going to have some struggles, but we know we have a victory. And Father, I just pray that you would help each one of us to remember that in our situations this week and the things that we go through. Some of us right now, we just need to declare that victory. We need to believe that what you did in Revelations was for us, for me, for this battle right here, that you have already won it. Give us eyes to see the spoils that you have for us. And give us determination to go after them. And give us strength to resist the enemy.